it's always recommended to have a consultation with a professional in the area who has experience in all of these issues.
Do you know what child support tax credits are and how they work in New York State? Well, we're going to find out right now because that's what we're going to ask the lawyer. Hi again, everybody. I'm Rob Rosenthal with AskTheLawyers.com, and my guest is New York City attorney Carla Barone. Before we get started, I want to remind you, if you'd like to ask Carla questions about your specific situation, it's easy to do. Just go to AskTheLawyers.com. There's a button in the upper right-hand corner that says Ask a Lawyer. Click on that, and it'll walk you right through the very simple process. Carla, thank you for making some time to help us out today.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So let's just talk about first of all, let's start at the beginning. What are child support tax credits and how do they work in New York State?
Well, it's a great question and a not so easy answer. There are many, and generally this is an area, of divorce law that we say it's a great idea to collaborate with your accounting professional and introduce your maybe divorce lawyer to your accountant to get together on these kinds of things. An issue is certainly who claims the children as a tax credit while you're moving through separation, legal separation, or divorce. So the child tax credit is a credit that a tax filer can get with respect to the children. It results in a credit against taxable income, but this year a lot has changed.
Well, let's talk about the changes. What has changed and what do we need to know about it?
Sure. So the American Rescue Plan this year, or following COVID-19 pandemic, has expanded the child tax credit for the year 2021. And what has happened is the government essentially has allowed taxpayers to claim 1/2 of the tax credit in a monthly periodic payment. And that started being paid out by the federal government, by the IRS in July of this year, and will continue as a monthly payment through the end of the year. And the balance of that tax credit will be able to be claimed by the tax filer at the time of filing the taxes. And again, will come as a payment to the taxpayer. The additional change, which is even larger really than the amount of money that's coming periodically, is that the federal government, through the American Rescue Plan, increased the amount of the credit from $2,000 to $3,600 for children's age 6 to 16, right, and extended the $3,000 credit to 17-year-olds, where it didn't ordinarily do that.
So I guess the big question, and maybe this is, you're going to have to dumb it down for me, but how do divorcing parents decide who gets to claim the tax credit?
Well, that is a product of negotiation between the attorneys or between the two people moving through divorce. There are many strategies involved around this. It could involve that the non-custodial parent, who often is the one who's paying child support, perhaps has his or her payment reduced, the child support payment reduced in the year 2021 because of this incentive that the government has given to families.
And is I'm assuming it is, but is it different, say, between divorcing spouses who have children and couples that were never married and have children? How does that work?
Well, the child support for couples who are not or never married, there still is a child support order, the same as would be for couples who married and divorced. So that would not come as a difference as far as the legal system goes. The period at which the parties are, whether they're separated or whether until there's a time when there's an actual child support order, there could be a period of uncertainty there in between. But again, the lawyers can help sort that out for people who are unmarried and going through this process.
Just an in general question, Carla, what's your advice for people that feel like they're not getting along with the spouse? They're going through the process, things are coming to a head, or maybe they haven't started the divorce process yet, but they know it's coming to a head. What's your advice? What do they do? What's a short synopsis of the process they should take?
Sure. Well, it's always helpful to gain knowledge and be educated in the areas of both child custody, child support, and asset division. And so it's always recommended to have a consultation with a professional in the area who has experience in all of these issues, so that the client and person who is about to embark in the process can really operate from a standpoint of having knowledge and knowing what lies ahead.
It would seem that it could be, you could wait too late to contact an attorney such as yourself for advice. Is there ever a time when it's too early, or is it always, if you think you're headed that way, there's not a too early time either?
There really is not a too early timing. Many people come in at all stages of their life, maybe just thinking about a separation, knowing that, gee, things aren't going so great. Maybe I should see what should I be doing if this is the case. And it's also, again, very good information to have. Hopefully it never comes to fruition, but at least knowing, and it's really always a good time to seek a professional, even if you're amidst and things aren't going so well, to see how things are going.
Information is power.
It is.
Absolutely. Awesome. Lots of helpful information, Carla. Thank you for making some time and answer our questions. I appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you.
That's going to do it for this episode of Ask the Lawyer. My guest has been New York City attorney Carla Barone. I will remind you again, if you want to ask Carla questions about your specific situation, it's easy to do. Go to askthelawyer.com. There's a button in the upper right-hand corner that says Ask a Lawyer. Click on that and it'll walk you through the very simple process. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Rob Rosenthal with Ask the Lawyers.